Hello and welcome to Create with Briley. Today we're going to be creating a music video for the song 8-Bit Sunrise. In last session we generated some prompts for the Kyber AI generative video service, I would say, and ended up getting some decent output. It fit the prompt pretty well. It's supposed to be an 8-bit theme, reminiscent of old video games in the 90s, early 2000s. It's got a bit of voxel art feel as well. There's just some areas like this blockiness over here, this emptiness, that I wasn't super satisfied with, super excited about. Also, the aesthetic is what we asked for. There's not a lot of detail in the player faces, the player sprites and things like that. And it's constantly moving. So this segment's kind of strange, empty, abstract, which might be okay. And, you know, this is text to video, so we have only so much control, very little control over the output. A few paragraphs of text and multiple segments. This segment was supposed to be showing the ocarina. Got a lot of Zelda sort of feeling and some platform games like maybe Contra, but I don't remember. Got health bars and things like that, of course. Very abstract. These aren't so good with the text. The lighting turned out pretty cool. This is supposed to be a battle scene, but I don't know, I wasn't really thrilled with the idea. So the possibilities are to start from scratch with the prompts, change the aesthetic, or work with what we've got. I think it's okay to work with what we've got here. So what I did to give us a little bit more material to work with was regenerate the video. Same prompt, just click the button. The second version of the video doesn't have any audio. But I can see some elements, I like, and some that the other one did better. Like these houses, and it's more consistent. There's not so much strange emptiness when zooming through the village, for example. Overall, maybe even this video is better. So the simplest thing could be just to put the music back on this song, on this video. That's the battle. That's more what we were talking about. And then option C is sort of using both. This is nice though. I think this version is better somehow. Mostly, I watched it through, haven't compared them side by side. So to work with these, I think what we can do, I've downloaded them both. I'm going to DaVinci Resolve and set up a little project here. DaVinci Resolve is a video editor for nonlinear video editing, and it has a free version that's very powerful, and I recommend it. I think it's really catching on in the creator community. So, and it's under continual development and improvement. I think part of it is the Blackmagic Design, the company that makes DaVinci Resolve. They do have a professional version of that. That has some features like AI, voice-to-text annotations, and some things you would need for studio productions. But the free version is really feature complete for most video projects. And I think their business model is also around selling hardware. So what I'll do is I'll create a new project called 8-Bit Sunrise. And I'll bring this up on the screen here in just a moment. Let me get my clips in the media pool. If I import the media from the downloads, I've got Pixelated Village. I essentially, just download them, both of them. And like everything, I'm learning everything as I go, so bear with me. But here we got DaVinci Resolve. So this one, as we can see, has music, and this one doesn't. Let's try this thing real quick. We've got this little music icon here, circle. Whoa. Eraser. What's that called? Erase all. So yeah, the circle means there's some music on this track. What's the keyboard shortcut for that? Highlight cursor. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's helpful. So I got this little screen annotator to ooh, nice. I just need the keyboard shortcuts. Here we go. Okay, so there's the annotation screen. I'll toggle without controls if I can memorize. So colors, 2, 3. Clear annotations is backspace or delete. Whiteboard, view all annotation shortcuts is slash. So let me double check this again. It is annotation without controls. Command Shift A. Option Shift A. Option Shift A. I still don't know what these symbols mean. Circle. Backspace. Square. Rectangle. So I've imported my video clips, just practicing, What we're going to do is we're going to bring them onto the timeline. Command Shift, Option Shift A. So, Option Shift A. And then I just escape to exit it. Cave Adventures. Nice. So firstly, I don't even know. We're going to bring it in here, and then now we've got a timeline. It's loading it onto the timeline, and I'm going to bring in this other video clip. Do I put it on the top or bottom? Does anyone know? Okay, so I think it's top to bottom. So for example, if I play now, this is the one without the audio. The houses are better quality. So the first decision is A or B. Which one's going to be the primary video? Which had the overall better quality? And I think it was B. So let's go and watch that with. It is blocky, and I don't know, it's kind of cool though. Ooh, I like this water here, and turning into cliffside, that was nice. And then, so we've got A to use video A, option B to use video B, option C to use a little bit of both, and option D, sort of, or in any of the options I can, if we're using DaVinci Resolve, we can use a couple of effects that DaVinci has built in, like one of my favorites is mirror symmetry. Because this is the scene where we can get the ocarina. And one thing we could try. Let me try something real quick on Kyber AI. There's another tool that it provides. If I go to create video, it's going to ask me 3 questions. I can do flipbook, which is how I did the music video. What if I want a close-up, a candid shot of this character receiving the ocarina? Can we generate that with Kyber? Let's try it out. So this is not completely, random or generated. Something like this, just getting the style prompt that we're using for the video. And my video's here. So then if I go to create video again, oh, they have music video visualizers here with motion. I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Cool. This is going to be interesting. Short form. Okay, this might be cool if I upload some YouTube shorts, for example. I'll come back to that later. But actually, so motion, you have to provide it an image or audio. Okay, so that wasn't going to work. Well, it will if I do this. So we have this other tool called Leonardo AI, and this is a really cool generative AI tool, and it's like Midjourney, but it gives you an interface. Everything has a button, and it's got several things, even motion, image to motion, and real-time canvas. I haven't really worked with it very much, so we're going to try it out. But I've got some credits. So I did make a couple of images, and this is from the same prompt, and it's kind of weird. It does this NSFW stuff, which is all right. They gotta keep it legit. But most of these they're just people playing a guitar. There's room for NSFW content. I'm not saying people shouldn't generate that stuff, but it's not what I'm working on. Okay, so we've got actually, let me see. How does this work? So we get a prompt. I want to say, And you have to keep it kind of short. It'll actually improve your prompt. This is a nice thing too, because I have been using ChatGPT to help me write better prompts for these things. But let's see. So what we're looking for is Magic Ocarina. Let's start here. Video game hero receiving a Magic Ocarina. And then what I'm going to do is click this random dice. And I will improve the prompt and see what it gives me. A resolute video game hero, their face etched with determinism, reaches out to a shimmering ethereal ocarina held aloft in a beam of light. The hero's tattered cloak billows around them, trailing behind in a heroic stance. Interesting. The scene is depicted in a vivid, highly detailed digital painting with the mystical ocarina glowing with an otherworldly iridescence. The hero's eyes reflect a sense of awe and wonder as they grasp the ancient artifact, hinting at the magical adventures that lie ahead. Ha! Really good. So much better than I was doing, but we got the essence of what I was after. This is cool. It's got like a bunch of different models. Leonardo Diffusion XL. I don't know if we want a particular style. Lightning is really fast. Anime is really fast. High quality images at speed. I don't really know enough about these to differentiate. So do we want anime, cinematic, creative, dynamic, environment, general, illustration, photography, ray trace, 3D render, sketch, BW sketch, color, vibrant, or none? Well, dynamic is, I think, what I used to generate these. Well, we don't quite want a 3D render. It's a 2D game. Maybe vibrant, and then we can put some element on it. This is really cool. Let's see if any of these. So we've got a 3D sculpture look, CGI noir, create a dark atmospheric image. Not quite. Colorful scribbles. Chaotic crayon drawing style. Coloring book. Color pop. A retro anime style with a splash of color and energy. It looks best with Leonardo Vision XL. Interesting. This is sort of the art style. Cute emotes. Cybertech. Dark arts. So this is stuff. Midjourney is very good at what it does, but the user interface is basically Discord, and you have to like know a bunch of slash commands and even keywords to put in your prompts. It's not really a human user interface. Like, it's like a very technical thing. This Leonardo, the quality is comparable to Midjourney. I don't know. Midjourney is probably a little bit better in some regards, but the interface is just leagues ahead of Midjourney. And I know Midjourney is working on prompts in the browser, but I don't think they're just so far behind at this point. I think that's going to be like they're going to perish if they don't get some usability focus very soon. You can't design user interfaces in a chat or by engineers. You got to have some UX people on your team. Old school comic might be a good one. Simple flat illustration. Sparkle core. You can combine multiple of these. A combo cartoon and anime element and exclusive Leonardo platform model. That's actually pretty cool. So let's go ahead and sprinkle that one in there. And maybe double down on this style. It looks best with Leonardo Vision XL. Let's put let's not do this one because I don't know the Vision XL versus so down here. It's actually version 2. Diffusion XL, Vision XL. I don't know. And then I can say, oh, actually I didn't want the sparkle core. That was from the original one. And you can say how much of it you want. So this is cool. Generation history, image guidance, prompt generation. Okay, so you can, do image to image. And it should allow you to do a negative prompt. Here it is. And let me double check here. If I hit return, I hit to generate, so I have to shift return there. Or just paste. In the style of the aesthetic of a 1990s or early 2000s video game focusing on pixel art that evokes nostalgia, utilize palette of vibrant but slightly muted colors to mimic the feel of playing on a CRT television, integrate cathode ray tube, integrate visual effects that mimic the charm of low-bit graphics, such as scan lines, slide screen curvature, and subtle flickers. Ooh, nice. Okay, so let's go to our generation history. We've got some things going. Taking about 30 seconds, 40 seconds per image. Oh, we have several of them here. Now this is clearly Link. Well, this one especially, but very, very Zelda, very Link, and no ocarina. I don't know if it knows what an ocarina is. A Peruvian ocarina. That needs a capital. And now that I've got the other style prompt in there, so I might have hit to enter twice or something. I'm not sure what happened. Elements, Diffusion XL, Vibrant, 4. Elements, Diffusion XL, Vibrant, 4 images. Yeah, you can tell it's like a bunch of settings here. This is just such a good interface. Number of images you want. Do you want photorealism? We're going to use this new, powerful new image generation pipeline. What's the resolution? Are we making a logo? Do we need some background transparency? Can it be shared to the public? Sure. What's the aspect ratio? We're getting closer to the ocarina. But it's just... It doesn't know what an ocarina is. That's fine. So she looks a little mischievous, at least. He looks like my brother, who just sent me a video of him doing a live show with his electronic modular Eurorack thing. She's not holding anything that we can see, and she is bright-eyed, got the thing. Fingers are all, twisted. This one has 1, 2. Twisted and too many fingers. The hands. They're working on the hands. But check it out. Check this out. We can upscale it. We can motion video it. That's what we're going to do. I can download it. I can remove the background. Guidance for another image. Edit in Canvas. Let's try this Canvas feature. This one, and I'm saying this should be an ocarina. These hands are also... I don't know. So how do we use that canvas? Infinite mode, focus mode. Focus. How do I focus? I can select it. Oh. All right. I guess like that. You have to drag the whole thing around. That's not intuitive. I want to drag this little rectangle, but I ended up dragging the whole image. Okay, maybe you can select. Draw mask, erase, sketch, text, upload image. This is cool. You can put text on it. Download artwork. So I want to tell it to... Very cool. Text to image, basically what we're after. In painting company. Expand beyond the edges of an image. Intelligently transform. So create a standard Leonardo generation from scratch on the canvas, discarding the surrounding context. I don't know. I want to change this, but I don't want to generate a bunch of new images. I just want to... Peruvian ocarina. Magical. It's got to be magical, Let's see what happens. It doesn't know. I don't even know what it should look like, but I know it shouldn't look like that. I have to cancel that. All right, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I just thought we would get some image to use for the candid artwork. It's just an idea. I don't have to cling to it. But I don't think I'm going to continue down this path. I just don't know how to use it. I'll watch a video on it. It doesn't. I'm surprised it didn't use the surrounding art style or the previous prompt. Maybe there's a way to do that. All right, image generation, though. But it did put it in my history. Okay, I'm just going to delete these, though. Those are strange. Delete all. Yes. And I think of them, honestly, the one without the hands looks good. Like the details. And let's put some motion in there. Let's see what it looks like. Motion strength. Not a lot. 3. Public, generate, select from recent images. So we have it selected here. 7, and generate. All right. This might take a little bit longer. You know, it's a music video, so I like there to be interesting things happening throughout there and transitions and stuff. And I'm not a visual artist, so I'm really going to lean heavily on these tools to, you know, get some creative output so I can get back to focusing on the music, which is my strong point. Nice. Okay, so, but so I do like it's gender diverse, although I said a hero, and these are all Caucasian people. Although this one I just said 2 music-loving friends, and we did get some diversity, gender and ethnic diversity, so that's cool. The NSFW stuff is kicking in. I think it's probably because of how the people are sitting and it's showing their full body. But notice, like, I'm usually not, well, I'm kind of specifying here gender, and this was an interesting one. Yeah, if you say even middle-aged woman, you get quite youthful results. And if you just say woman, you get like basically late teens, early 20s. So there's a bit of bias there. And I said middle-aged woman here and got quite a middle-aged woman, late middle age, I guess. I've had pretty good results with like more abstract compositions. This one was pretty cool. Painting. Yeah, I like that. All right, so let's check on our personal feed. Motion, here we go. So, looks like it gives you 1 motion out of that, but I like that. Okay, now it's a zoom motion, which I can honestly do in, I can zoom an image in DaVinci Resolve. So that didn't really provide a lot of value. Although the zoom has some movement in the details. When I do the motion, can I specify what type of motion? A zoom is cool though, but I'd like it not just to be a zoom to a JPEG. View your video generation status or the personal page. All right. Let's go there. So it's cool. You get a lot of tokens to work with, and resets every month. You get like 8,000 a month or something. One thing that's nice about Kyber AI is you can give kind of camera commands. You can say it should pan left or right or zoom or combine them, you know, zoom up and right. All right, let's see if we have more movement here. Okay, now it is panning down. Mostly the movement is in the eyes. The face is morphing a bit. And then it turns into a pile of rocks, basically, or rubble. I'm not super impressed with the motion. Not a lot of configuration. I'm not going to use my tokens on that too much. Stick with the static JPEGs. They'll take up less disk space, for example. So if I go to my personal feed, personal feed here. I think what we'll do is just, I don't know if I need to delete those, but we'll take the Resolute Video Game Heroine. Okay. What is Alchemy Upscaler? Refine and upscale images. It's going to improve faces and hands. That's cool. Let's do that. The higher the strength, the more refiner will adjust the image to attempt to improve it while upscaling. All right. That could fix the hands. I was hoping they would be holding something at least. Clearly we didn't get the ocarina. She's too mischievous. He's holding it. Oh, well, he's got some lurking baddie in the background. Let's try this and do, let's do high refining. Smooth mode can substantially enhance image coherence and improve hands and faces, but may impact fine details. Works best with airbrush styles, vector art, and tame chaotic visuals. Interesting. Close after commencing upscale. It's kind of an airbrush style, a little bit anime. Hopefully it'll detect the hands there. What else can we do? Remove the background, refine it, smooth upscale. Works well with a focused subject, but can end up something or another. Here's the original. Here's the refiner. Hands are worse. More fingers added. Or no, the fingers were just refined. Yeah, I mean, these models are super powerful and interesting, but there's just an uncanny valley that I don't know that they're going to be able to cross. They're good in the hands of an artist or a tool, human. They're a good tool, I think. But for most use cases, I think we're going to have some reckoning. We're going to hit that trough of disillusionment and be like, hey, we need a human in the loop here to work with these. It can give you some raw material to work with. But like I'm having here to work in DaVinci Resolve to stitch together a couple of iterative videos and images. And, you know, so I think it's an interactive process, a generative process with the human in the loop. That's, in my experience, with both code generators, text, writing assistants, image, video, all of them have needed some finesse, some kind of massaging. You got to kind of work with it. So that's cool. I think that's feeling like a good symbiosis at this point. So it's not like replacing humans, but it's sort of accelerating our work, and especially people who are already highly visual and creative. I think they're going to be very effective with these tools. So this was the best. And do I want to just have the zoom here or figure that in DaVinci Resolve? Okay, maybe I'll just download this. Let's download it. Nice file name. DaVinci Resolve, back to our timeline. Back to our project. Nice file name. So at some point, our hero receives the ocarina, which is about this time. So and see, it's kind of boring here, kind of boring. So this would be a good place. Nice. So first thing is it didn't fill the thing. Second thing, it's short. So that's why the image approach is probably going to be better here. Okay, lesson learned there. Now there was probably a setting on the upscale on the I don't think there was much motion configuration. This person is at least holding something. Their hand is just so weird looking. Remixing. Some people are really good at these tools, though, I think. Their hands need such improvement. This is where I think Midjourney has really got Leonardo beat. Now, why didn't Milo? Or did I? Oh, I see. I see. It put the settings there, image to image. It was probably waiting for me to prompt it. All right, let me do that again. So I'll go to my personal feed. And we're going to do the image to image. It's so close. Holding something cool. Remix now puts me here. And I think under here, it wasn't obvious. Don't show the hands. Don't show the hands. Aspect ratio, 16:9. Okay. For my output, though, I want this. 16:9. We'll grab 4 of those. Doesn't need to be photoreal. Generate 22. We'll get faster working with the tool, of course. While this is generating, we're going to get a sip of water. I'll be right back. Okay, we got some output, and the negative prompt didn't seem to work, or I didn't use it correctly. It's still got the hands in there. I mean, they're holding something, so you need hands to hold. I get it. Overall, though, and this is sort of a pattern I'm intuitively picking up on. Usually the first generation is going to be about your best, although I don't remember the first generation here. What do we get? Gosh, their hands are so bad. Too stubby. Too many fingers. So the original idea is this is the one without hands. Default, a Resolute game hero, and then DaVinci Resolve. All right, so compromise, you know. And I have it here, but the problem was it was too short. I could probably have scaled it. 1306. I need to clean out my downloads. Clean out my downloads there. My downloads folders. Just gonna delete everything. There we go. Now, wow, that's cool. What did I do? Oh. Interesting. It doesn't import those. So that's unfortunate. I'll fix that real quick. I'm just going to change my browser settings so it prompts me where to download things. I wish this wasn't the default, that everything just downloads to the downloads. It's kind of lazy default. I get it makes it easy for people, but I don't usually do that anymore. And then I need to go to my recycle bin and restore these videos, put back, and then is there a way I can tell DaVinci to copy the media into the project, right? So it's not going to live in my downloads folder. DaVinci Resolve, preferences. Cancel that. Maybe I can right click on it and say copy into project. We'll work with it. So let's go to the editor. The more I'm trying to edit this, the longer it's going to take, and I just want to publish this so I can do the music like I was saying. So we can transform, zoom, pan, position, rotation, angle. So first we do want to zoom a bit. Okay, clearly I didn't have the right thing selected here. There we go. Just so it fills the scene. That's pretty cool. Speed change. Speed, let's do like 50%, so I can make the length. Didn't really work how I was thinking. It's not really changing the duration, is it? You know, so the intuition, I just don't have an intuition, so I can't really blame DaVinci for not being intuitive. I don't want a damn video tutorial, just an answer. Boom. Just gets to the answer. And I think this is why these tools are so important. That's what I tried first. That's what I tried second, changing clip speed, loop the clip. If you use the entire clip but want to play longer, you can slow down the playback speed. Right click on the clip, timeline 6, change clip speed. All right, just decrease the speed percentage. Nice, okay. I thought that's this. So yeah, I tried. That's kind of working now. Once I change the speed, then I can drag it out. All right. So yeah, we'll do the clip speed at like 70, 67, 71, 70, 50. Half speed, you know, half speed. Nice, there we go. So we did extend it out. You know, really slow. Then we can decide. So yeah, I was there. I was close. I just didn't combine techniques. We're just listening now. It's slow, you can see frame by frame it moving, but it's kind of cool. And that's when it can end. All right, so. So transition out and then transition in is kind of when it becomes, we go in, we push in, and then, boom. Boom. Something around here is cool. So that means we can speed it up a little bit, 18%. Where's my marker? Put the marker there. Put it in the clip and not on the timeline. Strange. Again, just learning. All right, so 18 was too long. 16, can I push now? 12, push now. Oh my gosh. Right about there. Then we're going to do a transition. Now this is cool. So we can do like a blur dissolve here. this is basically all I'm doing. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Interesting. So yeah, clearly I've got to learn a lot more about this DaVinci stuff, and let's do some music today. So what I'm going to do is probably just bounce this. I think this is already a good lesson. So now I know how to overlay an image. I'm not sure if this conveys the right message. This is a scene where the ocarina comes in. You're supposed to, in the hero's journey, receive the ocarina at this point. But this could almost be interpreted as like longing for this place, longing for home. There's this flute I called longing flute, in fact. I don't know, I guess it's in the eye of the beholder. smooth this out a bit more. It's like, let's go. So this is the longing fruit here. Then you get to this part. This is the ocarina. Okay, so now I have to use different keyboard shortcuts. Zooming. The ocarina actually comes in right here. And I can move this to that. About 50% opaque. It's kind of all or nothing. It's snapping. Snapping, snapping, snapping. Disable snap. Right there is the first thing. Yeah, that's about right. And just when Ocarina Melody stops. Right about here. What was this button? Something like that. Okay, it's not going to show while I'm dragging. All right, makes sense. Fading. Fade's about right. What are these buttons? Click that. Doesn't show me anything. This is like a Bezier curve, perhaps. Can you use Bezier handles to transition this? I'm going to take a dang course, video course on this. But all right, I think we're good to go. Save. Let's go ahead and bounce it. It's almost 2 o'clock. One thing, like, how do I toggle the visibility a little bit, just if I want to preview what's behind it? Maybe that's easier on the cut page. Go to the cut page. Like this, they usually have like a little eyeball, right? Boop, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop. Now I tried that over here on the edit page, the same button. Oh, it did work. What the heck, dude? see it. There's some lag to it when it's moving. Makes sense. Let's go ahead and balance it. So pretty good. Some Metroid kind of art with some asteroids, some kind of a Firewatch. What's the name of that farming game? I forget. That's famous. Stardew Valley, kinda. So yes. One thing I can do is, if I want it to fade sort of to white, I think I can add a color. Color clip or something. If I go to the cut, add color clip, create. $2 solid color clip, often used for background styles, transition, DaVinci Resolve, open the media pool, and edit page, and add a color clip. Right click the blank space with media pool and say new fusion composition. So we're like on that, we're on the cut page, but new fusion composition is not visible. There's on the edit page. I did see that new fusion composition. I should have like assumed that was there. 5 seconds should be hard. Color, boing. Yeah, so then you have to like add a background node, open the fusion page, fusion. But I have to select it, then open a fusion. Or do this, open the fusion page. Then we need to add a background node. This is pretty cool though. Can I just add tool? Wow. Color. That's color correction, white balance. Let me see if this tells me. Right click, new fusion composition, name a composition, open a fusion page. Right click fusion page at the bottom, search fusion page. Within the composition, media out, node graph. Right click on the node graph and say add tool, generator, background. All right, add tool, generator, CFG, background. Ooh, fast noise. Mandelbrot might be cool. Whoa, dude. Media out. Ooh. I don't know. I like fractals though. Later. This is fun. But I can't spread myself too thin. Next thing I'll be learning Blender 3D. I want it to fade to white, I guess, some kind of bright color. I like that, although it might hurt people's eyes. And then on my edit page, I can kind of drag that in here. Just so it snaps to the end. Turn snapping back on. And essentially a 5-second fade. Now with this, I don't know if I can, no, you can. Yeah, it's... I like. So, learning DaVinci Resolve. It's really powerful. It's for it's like a professional nonlinear editor, so of course it's got a learning curve to it. I can't complain, and I don't have an intuition. I don't do a lot of video editing, so I can't really complain. It's mainly, my ignorance. But I don't know. It could be easier in some ways. Like if I wanted to dissolve, I have used things where you can kind of drag transitions in between tracks above and below them. So I've got to change my mental model about how this one works. But it was cool. I was able to figure out that I can composite these with the additive thing. So let's go ahead to the deliver page, and I'm going to upload this to YouTube. So I'll just use their YouTube settings, and we will call this Epicycles 8-bit sunrise. It's in my movies, but I should probably... put it there. I don't know. All right, so 1920 by 1080 vertical resolution, no frame rate 24. Sure. High encoding profile, audio codec AAC. It's the only choice. Data burn-in, normalize audio. I don't know if I want to do audio post-production here. It probably normalizes it to -14 sort of integrated units, and it -1, so it kind of make sure it's not going to peak out or go above. And I don't need it to upload. I will do that. So it's funny, I can't change those settings. I guess because I'm on YouTube. Add it to render queue, and it comes up over here, and then I can just say render all. Very cool. Shoot. Made a mistake. I'll stop the render. And what I did is actually turn that off by accident. To go back to the edit page, make sure our video track's enabled. So save the project with that. I was just toggling between the two. like these stars. It's kind of like, heading back home. So back to deliver. I can delete this job. It's canceled. Keeps all the same settings. Add to render queue. We'll render it, replacing the old file. And let's go. So yeah, it's a 4-minute song. Now I'm going to upload this to YouTube today. I've already uploaded the music to SoundCloud and OpenGameArt. So I'm working on an album. Once I've got around 5 to 8 tracks of this Epicycles album, then I'll combine them and publish them and distribute them on different platforms, like Bandcamp and Spotify and all that stuff. But so far, just publishing everything under the Creative Commons license, Creative Commons Attribution license. There we go. We've got our music video. Took just over an hour to download the AI rendered videos and generate a couple of images to insert into our composition, then do some really basic editing. Every time we do these types of things, we get faster at that. Again, my main focus is on making the music, so I'm not really trying to go too deep into DaVinci, but naturally when you're in the creative mindset, you're like, I'd like to do that, I'd like to do this. So you're going to learn, you're going to push your boundaries a bit, your growing edges. All right, so I'll upload this. I'll figure it out about my YouTube channels. I'm trying to consolidate my effort. So I think I'll put this on my primary YouTube channel. And take it from there. I'm going to have to eat lunch as well. So I'll take a break. And I'll come back a little bit after lunch, and we'll probably start in on some more music. There's a track I've got in progress called Spring Cleaning. I might make that into a basic arrangement or start a new track. Basically, I've got around 5 tracks for the Epicycles album. It could be published this weekend, or I might add 1 or 2 more tracks to it. So yeah, thanks for checking out the stream, and I hope you're doing well, and have a good day. And maybe I'll see you in a little bit later today.